men's lives have been destroyed. And I think the sad reality, in my view, is that the King's generation, not saying that he necessarily himself, but that generation couldn't find this stop. The Queen gave him 12 million quid to silence an alleged victim, and it's unforgivable, whether or not he was guilty. So I think this is potentially the time when, given that they always put the monarchy first, turn a blind eye, put the monarchy first, this is when the King has the opportunity to stand up to the country and say, my health is what it is. I'm going to abdicate and pass down to the next generation. Because William and Kate are completely unblemished. If it, this
hang on, so is the King, George. The King isn't involved in any way, shape or form. He didn't authorise the payment, that was his late mother. He's not involved in this. Unfortunately, they're no longer on this planet, but my brothers are no longer alive. But I wasn't responsible for their actions, and they weren't responsible for mine.
My point is two things. First of all, if they want to, if it is this grave for the monarchy and they're in this level of peril, then it's not about who's guilty or not. It's about saving the monarchy. That's the first thing. And the second thing is, guilty by omission to some extent. When you turn a blind eye to a man who was so close to Jeffrey Epstein, you've got to be culpable of that.
Okay, you say turn a blind eye. He's been stripped of all royal titles and favours. He's been moved out of his royal lodge. He's effectively been placed in exile up in Norfolk.
And all of these things have happened because they've been forced and pushed into a corner, and that's what's always happened with that generation. William and Kate will be fresh and new and maybe save the monarchy, and that's what I want. I look at this man in tweed and I see a generation that's had it.
All right. Many see, of course, a generation of considerable experience that he learned from his mother, who was, of course, the longest-serving monarch. George, it's a view. You say now, I think that would make it worse. But let's see what others make it worse. George, thank you. Steve's in Nottingham. Steve, the idea of an abdication now to try and draw a line under it, how do you respond to that?
Well, I think that would be a very good thing at the very least. Not least because Prince Charles has form, I'm sorry, in defending paedophiles. Do you remember Peter Ball? I think he was a reverend in the Anglican Church.
This was the paedophile bishop, Peter Ball.
Bishop, yes, of course.
And there are letters between Prince Charles and the bishop read to what's called the Independent Inquiry on Charles' sexual abuse. Ball spoke of a malicious campaign against him and harassment by fraudulent accusers. The prince said, I wish I could do more. I feel so desperately strong about the monstrous things that have been done to you. What do you take from it?
He was saying to